Hey guys, how you going? Hope you're all doing very well. Tonight I'm going to be doing yet another movie review. This is a French action film. You don't have to worry about subtitles. This takes place in New York City, but it is a French production with a French director. Released in the year 1994, directed by Luc Besson, and this movie is called Leon the Professional. Now, Leon the Professional, this is regarded as a masterpiece of the action genre. It stars Jean Reno, Gary Oldman, and Natalie Portman. Now, this is Natalie Portman's debut performance. This is back when she was 12 years old, so it shows you how dated the movie is. So anyway, the story to Leon the Professional is as follows. Jean Reno plays Leon, a deadly and elusive killer. He lives a routine life, alone in New York with just his pot plant for company, until the day his 12-year-old neighbor Matilda rings his doorbell in desperation. Matilda has just narrowly escaped being murdered along with her parents and baby brother by a ruthless and corrupt cop named Stansfield and his colleagues. Leon reluctantly takes Matilda under his wing, and the two go on the run. But Matilda wants revenge. As she soon discovers, Leon can teach her how to exact it. So this movie is about revenge. It stars Leon, who is played by Jean Reno. He is a very, very good contract killer. He is in high demand. And he's a very lonely person. At the start of the film, we get to know that his only companion is a pot plant. So it's a very sad existence that Leon is living, and it's a very routine lifestyle. But that routine lifestyle is about to be turned upside down when he gets a ring at the door by his 12-year-old neighbor, Matilda, played by Natalie Portman. Now, Matilda has just escaped being slaughtered along with her parents and baby brother by a ruthless cop named Stansfield, played by Gary Oldman, and his colleagues. Now, Stansfield and his colleagues, they're psychopaths, and they have their reasons for the slaughter, which I'm not going to go into. You're going to have to find that out for yourself. But Matilda has managed to escape the carnage. She's the only one, so she's the sole survivor of her family. So she rings Leon's doorbell in desperation. She needs to seek refuge inside Leon's apartment, otherwise she's going to be killed as well. Leon reluctantly accepts her, and he wants to get rid of her quickly, but he can't because she's in danger. So reluctantly, Leon starts to take her under his wing, and a friendship starts to blossom between the two. But this is where Matilda starts to recognize what Leon does for a living, and she sees this as a perfect opportunity to be taught the ins and outs of assassination, because she wants to exact revenge on Stansfield and his colleagues to basically avenge the family's brutal death. So whether or not she is successful, I'm not going to tell you. That's something you're going to have to find out for yourself, but hopefully I've done a good enough job with the synopsis to make you want to go out there and see it. Now, my thoughts on the film. This is regarded as an action masterpiece. A lot of great acting in the film. I put off seeing this film for so long. I don't know why, but I got this film and I had a very high expectation for it, and unfortunately that expectation was nowhere near met. Now, that's not saying it's a bad film. It is actually a very good movie, and I felt that the best part of the film was the character development. Leon, on the outside, is a very evil sort of person. He's a very cold-hearted killer, but Luc Besson, the director, does a very good job at portraying real people, in that although Leon is a very hardened kind of criminal on the outside, he also has a soft spot. So Luc Besson really does a good job in providing likable qualities in the most unlikable sort of person. Then you've got Matilda, who is played by Natalie Portman. She's a very innocent girl, and that innocence has been taken away from her. You want to see her get revenge, and she is like a daughter to Leon, and Leon has some purpose in life now. So it is quite touching on that front as well. It is also very, very inappropriate in times, and actually has kind of a sexual tension between Leon and Matilda, which is just plain wrong. And I actually thought that the friendship, while it doesn't go over the line, it is on the brink of going over the line. So it's really, really strange in that it is a lovable sort of friendship, but that friendship is on the brink of going too far. So it's a very disturbing element in that. Then you've got the cop, Stansfield, absolutely magnificent role by Gary Oldman. He was a complete psycho. He had no remorse for what he did, and he was a drug addict, so whenever he was on the drugs, he was a lunatic. So he was one of the best villains I've ever come across. And you've got the pacing of the film was decent enough, although I do feel that the film goes on for a little bit too long. Now, my problems with the movie was Gary Oldman. Now, Gary Oldman was just not in the film enough. He was by far the standout character in the film, Stansfield. Gary Oldman is an absolutely brilliant actor, and I don't think Gary Oldman has done a better job than he does in portraying Stansfield. Now, I really loved his character, and the problem I had with the movie was that I was waiting for his character to pop up in every scene. Unfortunately, he is not in the film enough, and I actually found myself very disappointed by that because it left me just waiting for him to come back into the film, because every scene he was in, he really stole the show and he commanded attention. So the fact that he wasn't a main point of the film was something that was very frustrating. There is a long build-up. I felt that the friendship was well told, but I felt that it was getting in the way of a good action film. It is a drama slash action, I would say, and I felt that with a little bit more action and a little bit more of Stansfield in the film, it could have been a hell of a lot better. Now, the ending was so-so. It wasn't brilliant. It wasn't bad. I'm not going to really note anything on that. But overall, it is a very, very well-made film. It is very well choreographed, and the soundtrack is very good as well. And I actually felt that there was a lot of emotion in the film. But as I said, my problem with it was the fact that Stansfield was not on the screen enough. And for that, I really would have preferred Gary Oldman not being in the film, because he is such a great character actor. And I felt that with a lesser-known actor in Stansfield's position, it wouldn't matter how long he was on the screen. So it really was a victim of having too many riches, I guess you could say. So, yeah, that's my only real criticism of the movie. I do feel that it is a little bit overrated as far as a masterpiece is concerned. I'm not going to call it that. I am going to give it 4 out of 5, however. I feel that for action fans, you're going to get something out of it. Very good character development, and there are some fairly memorable action scenes as well. So, yeah, definitely go out there and see it. You don't have to contend with any subtitles, so that shouldn't get in the way. But yeah, it is a memorable film, but it is a movie that I feel in a few areas, if there was a little bit of a tweaking there, here and there, I actually feel it could have been a lot better. So 4 out of 5, I feel it's a fair enough score for a film like this, and I am saying go out there and see it. Alright guys, that's my review. I hope you enjoyed it. Until next time, keep watching movies, and I'll see you later. Bye.